Hello everyone and welcome to the Principles of Marketing course. Our main resources for this course are Kotler and Armstrong's Principles of Marketing and Kotler and Keller's A Framework for Marketing Management. Today I'd like to start my lesson with a famous quote. Good marketing is no accident. It is both an art and a science. Let's make an introduction to the basic concepts of marketing. Remember from your business courses that a typical business organization may consist of some main departments and functions such as production, research and development, human resources, finance, accounting, marketing. And actually these functions won't really matter unless there is a sufficient demand for products so the firm can earn money and make a profit. Therefore, financial success greatly depends on the marketing ability of the firm. So the question is, what is marketing? Is it simply advertising, or selling, or both, the combination of advertising and selling, or even more? Of course, marketing is more than just selling and advertising. And the definition of marketing has evolved with time. And there is no single definition of marketing. For example, marketing is defined as engaging customers and managing profitable customer relationships by delivering superior value, or identifying and meeting human needs. Or more comprehensively, it is defined as the process by which companies engage customers, build strong customer relationships, and create customer value in order to capture value from customers in return. Having said that marketing definition has evolved with time, the American Marketing Association's definition of marketing is reviewed and modified every 3 years by a panel of 5 scholars who are active researchers. And the AMA defined marketing as, this is 2017 definition by the way, the activity, set of institutions, processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and the society at large. If these definitions are overly complex and hard to remember, it may be shortly defined as all about creating value for customers. So, how can marketing create value for customers? The marketing process has 5 steps, which the first 4 steps are for creating value for customers, and starts with understanding the marketplace and customers' needs and wants, and secondly, designing customer value-driven marketing strategy, and thirdly, constructing an integrated marketing program that delivers superior value to the customers. And fourthly, next, engaging customers and building profitable relationships. And finally, as the last step, the 5th step, the company reaps the rewards of strong customer relationships by capturing value from customers through creating satisfied, loyal customers, and which causes an increase in the market share. As the first step of marketing process, a company should understand the marketplace and customer needs and wants. So what are these needs and wants? Needs are the basic human requirements, and they include basic physical needs such as food, clothing, warmth, or safety, social needs for belonging and affection, and individual needs for knowledge and self-expression. And these needs turn into wants when directed to specific objects that might satisfy the need. And our wants are shaped by our culture and our individual personalities. For example, when I feel hungry, I may opt for rice and beans with ayran, but an Italian may prefer just pizza, or an American may prefer hamburger. So what about demands? Demands are wants for specific products backed by an ability to pay. In other words, a want becomes a demand when the customer is willing and having the ability to buy the want. For example, many people want a luxury car, but not all of them can afford it. Companies therefore must measure not only how many people want their product, but also, and more importantly, how many are able to pay for it. So the companies have to deep dive into learning and understanding these customer needs, wants, and demands in this highly competitive environment. And they do this through conducting a detailed customer research through different channels and analyze mountains of customer data and observe customers as they shop and interact both offline and online. Why should they do that? Because they are going to take the other steps, I mean the second, third, and fourth steps accordingly. Therefore, people at all levels of the company, including the top management, have to stay close to the customers. And we said that customers have needs, wants, and demands, and these needs, wants, and demands are fulfilled through market offerings, which are some combination of goods, services, information, or experiences offered to a market to satisfy a need or a want. So, from the previous sentence, we understand that it is not just limited to physical goods. It also includes services. So what is the difference between goods and services? Goods are physical products and are tangible in nature, but services, at the other hand, are essentially intangible and do not result in the ownership of anything, such as transportation or hospitality or consultancy, health, repair services, or education. For example, this course. These are all services. So we can better understand the difference between goods and services with an example. For example, you go to a concert of your famous rock band, and you dance, sing, jump, and enjoy your time, have a great time. But what do you have at the end of this concert? Can you take the concert with you? Or can you touch it? Can you keep it? Or can you take it home with you? Of course not. What you have at the end is a great experience. But this board marker, for example, this is a tangible product. This is a good, and I can touch it, keep it, put it in my bag, and take it home. So this is the basic difference between goods and services. Now we have an idea what marketing is about. So, but what actually is a market? We are saying marketing, but what is market? Traditionally, market was a physical place where buyers and sellers gathered to buy and sell goods. Economists define market as a collection of buyers and sellers who transact over a particular product or product class, such as a housing market or grain market or cotton market. Marketers, however, use the term market in another sense. They use the term to describe customer groups. They talk about need markets, for example, the diet-seeking market, or product markets, such as the shoe market, or demographic markets, such as the millennium youth market, or geographic markets, such as the Chinese market. A market is the set of actual and potential buyers of a product or service, and these buyers share a particular need or want that can be satisfied through exchange relationships. Now, it is time to take the second step, designing a customer value-driven marketing strategy and planning. At the beginning of this lecture, we said that marketing is both an art and a science. So the marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets and building profitable relationships with them. Now, here comes two important questions to answer. What customers will we serve? In other words, who is our target market? And secondly, how can we serve these customers best? Which is, what is our value proposition? As you know, not everyone prefers or can afford the same products in a market. And marketers therefore identify distinct segments of buyers by identifying demographic, psychographic, behavioral and geographic differences between them. So the company must first decide whom it will serve. For example, you are in shoes market and you are going to produce running shoes. Are you going to produce these shoes for professional marathon runners or just for everyday joggers like me, for example? Or for college students or middle-aged customers? This distinction is very important for your next steps. And therefore, the company must first decide whom it will serve its products. And it does this by dividing the market into segments, which is called market segmentation, and selecting which segments it will go after, and which is called target marketing. Okay, the firm has decided whom it will serve. It's very good in the pocket. Now it is time to put itself in customers' shoes and answer this very important question. Why should I buy your product or your brand rather than a competitor's? Very difficult question. So this is how the company will differentiate and position itself in this highly competitive marketplace. So here comes another question. How can I create value to my customers and improve their satisfaction, which is very important, and we will see why it is so important. And this can be conducted through value proposition, which is the set of benefits the company promises to deliver to consumers to satisfy their needs. And companies must design strong value propositions that give them the greatest advantage in their target markets. In other words, a marketer should understand customer needs and deliver more customer value better than its competitors do. To the extent that a company can differentiate and position itself as providing superior customer value, it can gain a competitive advantage. So, you know, a great number of companies provide markets with their offerings. There are thousands of products, thousands of brands, and they're everywhere. And with the help of technology, customers are now more informed when compared to 20, 30 years ago. So how do customers choose among these options? First of all, customers form expectations about your product. And if these expectations are satisfied or fulfilled with various market offerings that you have offered, the customers be delighted and buy accordingly. So a company should differentiate itself from other offerings in the market and focus on how to satisfy the customer's expectations. Why? Because satisfied customers buy these products or services again and again. And at the beginning of this lesson, I said capturing customer lifetime value, which is maybe the most important purpose of all of these marketers. And satisfied customers tell others about their good experiences about their product, to their friends, to their neighbors, to their family members, or to their colleagues, whatsoever. And these satisfied customers, on the other hand, often switch to competitors and disparage the product to others, and which is called negative word of mouth. This was the end of the lesson, and thanks for listening.